Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one-on-one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Master Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. Let's get back to the show. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. I hear just a little bit of an echo.
It's my
Not sure if that's Shay's thing, but welcome everybody to the live podcast. I'm super excited that you guys are here. We're fresh on vacation, guys, so I'm still a little loopy right now, right? I'm trying to get it together. We got a lot going on. There's a lot of things happening for the good, though, right? And that's a good thing to say. So if you have no clue who we are and what we do, welcome. My name is Derek Forston, and between God and I, we're going to change your life with real estate and with helping people. So we teach the shared housing concept. And what we're super excited about is that May 20th, 21st, and 22nd, we have a 3-day ILF challenge. So right there on the screen, if you haven't already seen that, guys, go to ilfchallenge.com, because that's where, again, we're going to change your life through real estate and helping people. So if you love God, love people, and love real estate, but never knew that you can kind of mesh it all together, we have a 3-day challenge that I'm going to do some hardcore teaching for 3 days, right? And the goal of that is when we're done, day 3, you have all the knowledge and the understanding and the concept of what this is. So I'm super excited for a lot of people. We released that day 1. And I think it was a total count of 18 people the day we released it, which was Saturday morning. So I'm super excited about that. Congratulations to everybody that moved at the speed of instruction. I had a lot of great coaching calls just right before my vacation, and immediately it picked up today. So I want to give a big shout out to Miss LaShonda Williams when she come in. Well, actually, excuse me, LaShonda Houston. When she come in, we're going to talk about that if she's here. Other than that, guys, I'll be honest, I'm not going to be here before you super long tonight, but I want to make sure that you guys understand that May 20, 21st, and 22nd is your next opportunity to get some hardcore teaching from me. And the price that we put it at is absolutely unbeatable. It's actually crazy. At the price point I'm doing it for, guys, I'm actually almost giving it away. So I want to make sure that you guys know about that. Also, lucky for some of you all, because whatever you guys did that caused favor with my team has handpicked some of y'all, right? And I'm gonna just go ahead and spoil it right now. LaShonda was one of those people, right? And some of y'all got picked for different reasons. Her reason for it is just because she moved at the speed of instruction on so many different things that it was just hard for my team not to pick it. I also love it when my team does that because I'm actually not involved in it, right? So nobody can blame me. So, but some of you all are going to get an email. Some of y'all probably got it today, right? LaShonda was notified today, and just so happens we actually had a coaching today. So that's when LaShonda found out from me. Probably everybody else is going to hear that from Jess. LaShonda got lucky and just was on my schedule, and I spilled the beans before Jess got a chance to call her. So again, big shout out to LaShonda and her family. Got some amazing things happening down there in Georgia. We had an absolute great coaching call today, and on her coaching call, we got a chance to talk to a client, right? Where I did the assessment and she actually listened in and kind of just gleaned from me. But luckily for me, she also tuned in. So instead of me doing 100% of that call like I usually do, it was like 70-30. She wasn't afraid. She wasn't stuttering like me. She spoke professionally. She was nice, right? And lucky for us, LaShonda, that guy was pretty cool, right? And we're going to talk about him in a minute. So again, welcome everybody. And again, if you just got here, all we're talking about is independent living facilities and how you can resign from your job this year to do something that God has already called you to do. Most of y'all feel like you've been called to this anyway, to where you want to be involved in real estate, you want to help people, but how can you also merge the love of God inside of it? And that's what Shay and I teach you guys. So before I get too far, Shay, can you tell the folks who you are, just in case if there's somebody that don't know who your beautiful face is and what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. Good evening, everybody. I'm Shanae Shea Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation. Give me a sound check, Derek, because I'm actually streaming from another device because I'm working out some stuff before we get to the go
Nicole,
live.
let Shay know if you can hear her in the chat. Cassandra, if you and Nicole and LaShonda can let us know if you can hear Shay loud and clear. She's using a different device.
Yeah, I'm actually doing
I want to make sure
really
you guys
cool.
can hear Shay loud and clear.
Yeah, so if you guys see anything happening that's a little wonky, that's me. I'm testing out some stuff, some new gadgets and toys that I have for some upcoming changes that
Nicole
you all
says she can hear you just fine, Shay.
Okay, perfect.
And
so,
Samara says yes too. So here's one more test and back on Shay.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear these horns and that bump, 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 bump? Like that right there.
I'm hearing them from my second device.
Can y'all hear that? Because last time I noticed that when I did that, and I listened to like 4 minutes of my own replay, I didn't hear it. And we want to make sure everything's hooked up.
Yep, they're saying yes.
Perfect. Now, Shay, tell me why all that's important.
It's very important because we're actually in the process of doing something very unique. You all should see it by Saturday. Lord willing, I'm putting myself out on the line that Saturday is D-Day. So you'll see me looking down because I don't want this audio to match. I'm mixing the show from an iPad that's sitting here from on the side of me because we're going to be doing things a little different, right? I'm not going to spill the beans, Derek. I'm not. I was excited enough.
I thought we did already, no?
I don't think we told everybody.
Cool, good.
But I've been talking to the virtual assistants. I've been talking to the team. So I'm just now trying to work out the kinks from my end. So that way, when we go live, preferably by Saturday, and I think we're good to go for Saturday, Derek, because I'm going to start messing with stuff tomorrow. So you may see some things a little different even tomorrow if all goes well. But again, I'm excited about this. A new change for Forston Consultants, a new aspect for you all to.
Can I give them just a little bit of a hint?
You can.
And really only older people will know this. If you guys have ever seen the coaching from Shay and I that's called cozy coaching, and I'll just leave it like that. It's a little bit of a concept like that, and I'm gonna leave that alone. Now, if you knew to us, you have no clue what I'm talking about, and that's fine. So Shay, back on you.
So that's what it's gonna be. So we're literally just, getting things. We got surprises, so just know that. Let me not let.
It's for the embetterment, if that's a word.
It is. It's
right?
For the embetterment
of how we're going to be able
doing.
to deliver more information to you guys, and just the look of it.
Yeah.
Okay?
So you may
Shay?
see different presentations pop up, and that, Derek, that is just me testing stuff. I know we're not going to be here long tonight, but I'm trying to get the workings of working from a separate device to see what I can and can't do.
Yeah.
So just know that if you see or hear any doubling of audio, that is all my fault. So tonight's going to be my practice run, guys. So just bear with me. But again, I'm excited to be here. I'm Shanae Shea Forston, the president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, 501c3 nonprofit. And I've got news. Guys. And you know what I'm going to do, Derek? I'm going to drop the news. Everybody knows that it's happened. I've recorded the course. The course has been created. Know Before You Go Nonprofit. But what I'm going to do, Derek, is I'm going to do the go live date the same day we go live with that other thing. How about that? Give one 2 for 1.
Love it.
Our goal is to give you a 2 for 1 by Saturday. So we got a lot of stuff going on. You got the 3-day challenge. We've got news of something that we're doing. And actually that situation comes twofold, right? Our surprise delivery to you all by Saturday comes with another part to it. So we just got a whole bunch of surprises.
Yeah, got a lot of goodness going on. So it's good stuff, man. Yep.
So I'm excited about it. Looking forward to it. And Derek, what I'm gonna do is, I don't have no headphones over here, but what I'm gonna possibly do is just let me know when I can manipulate certain things, and I'll do it from the tablet.
Manipulate things like in terms of like the slides or whatever. Okay, cool.
Audio, yep.
Okay, cool. So one thing that I also want to let be known that I do want to answer any questions that you guys may have about the 3-day challenge. Actually, it's all answered on the website, but if there's any questions that you guys have, I want to take those, right? And I'll admit I won't do a bunch of coaching and teaching tonight, right? I'm saving a lot of that right? Because also, guys, if you remember, Shay and I took vacation last week. So first of all, thank
Sure
y'all for
did.
allowing Shay and I to go away and kind of rest and relax for a little while, which allows us to come back bigger, better, and stronger.
And
So I'm
deliver
saving a
all these
lot of
goodies.
that for my new coaching people, because a lot of y'all have been signing up, which I'm super proud of as well. So I'm coaching a lot of y'all. So my schedule is slammed. So
Yeah.
all this week, all next week, I'm coaching a lot of people, and a lot of y'all are like newer. And I love that. So tonight, quite frankly, I'll admit it won't be a bunch of coaching and teaching tonight, but I want to just make sure that people know about this challenge. I'm super excited about that. Oh, there go Crystal. Crystal and her team. Crystal Baker, good to see you. I'm excited. You're on my schedule. I think in the next, maybe tomorrow or the 1 or 2 days, Crystal's got a whole team, y'all. So it's 3 of the finest ladies in terms of business in real estate and helping people that you've ever seen. So when you talk about the finest and talking about how they offer it, what they do, what they're known for, and now they're going to mix in what I'll call the social service aspect of it, right? Because they're already in real estate. Right. So I'm super excited for her team. Right. It's 3 amazing ladies, guys, with the background that kind of goes everywhere. Real estate, nursing, social services, but they just didn't quite have this piece. But Lord have mercy, they ran into me now. So we're super excited about that. They're going to probably get a virtual assistant and everything that comes with it.
Yeah.
So because, guys, remember, I teach a lot of you guys that are busy, meaning you guys got busy things going on in your personal life. So that virtual assistant is going to be the cheat code to a lot of what you all do or will get into. So Crystal Baker, big shout out to you, Shelly, and the other sister. I can't even think of her name right now, but it's 3 of them. So she says, we are a 3-woman circus. So I'm excited. So again, hey, Crystal, just in case if you didn't hear me say it, I said it earlier. I'll just go ahead and spoil the beans, and people can be mad at you if they want to. But Crystal, you also were handpicked for that 3-day challenge to come absolutely free.
Yeah, you and
right?
the ladies.
So Felicia, that's her name. So Crystal and her team also were handpicked for that. So you guys don't pay a dime for that, right? My team handpicked y'all.
Yeah, it's
right?
powerful. When we get the list, we just go, okay.
Yep.
We just dance by the team.
So Crystal don't even know it, but we talked about her earlier. But yep, her and her team have been handpicked to also join that 3-day challenge. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
And again, I'm excited because I didn't have nothing to do with the choices. So you can say, well, Derek, why you didn't pick me? I had nothing to do with it. So other than that, guys, any questions, any concerns about the 3-day challenge? I'm also going to kind of dip into it. And you all know me. I never take for granted that everybody just know who I am and what we do. So I'm going to always give that brief intro of who we are, what we do. But watch this. I also want to tell you guys as family something, right? I consider my YouTube family, right? Now, my coaching students like Crystal and Katara and LaShonda, the IMB folks, you guys are like close family. But watch this. Before I even release it to the public, I want to tell my YouTube family right now, God has blessed y'all, brother, right? In a lot of ways. And there was an article written about me that's in the Orlando, whatever you call that thing. So if Shay can drop the link or however you want to do it, Shay.
No,
guys, when I got that email.
Can we do it first this way? Can we make sure that our IMB family gets it first?
Absolutely.
They've got to get it first. So
absolutely.
I'll drop that in the IMB group, and then we'll actually drop it tomorrow for all of our YouTube family. So if you want to see that article, I want y'all to join us tomorrow.
Not if you want to see it, go support your brother and check it out.
Yes, but I'm talking about tomorrow. I'm going to drop it for them. I want the IMB family to get it first.
So I'm super excited about that, guys. And I'll be honest, right here, here's the true story. I thought when the gentleman was contacting me that it was spam. They were calling me, they were texting me, they were emailing me. They wanted me to fill out these questions. They wanted to interview me. And finally, after months, I was like, you know what? I'm so busy, but let me just sit still for 30 minutes and answer these questions. And sure enough, guys, they emailed me May 6th while I'm on vacation. Saying, congratulations, Derek, blah, blah. I was like, and y'all, I'm driving yesterday to go spend time with my wife. Shay's with me, but spent time with my sister and my mom, who was in Jacksonville / St. Augustine. And y'all, me and Shay got all teared up. And it was like, oh my God, like
terrible. We were so
like all the things that I won't even say pray for. I never prayed for that. That's just the extra gifts along the way that God gives you when you're moving in purpose. I didn't pray to be in no magazine. I prayed to make a bunch of money, do God's will, and be able to feed my family. Now, I'll be honest about that. I prayed that. God, I want to make a bunch of money because I want to build your kingdom and I want to be able to feed my family. I'm tired of struggling.
Yeah.
I told y'all my story. I've been poor most of my life, but not poor as in eat out the trash can. Poor as what most of y'all would kind of call it. Remember, I got two definitions of poor. The first one, and let me stop using the word poor. I just never had enough. Most of y'all are just like me. We was robbing Peter to pay Paul, living check to check. Those days are over now. Thank you, God.
Yeah.
And I'll admit, guys, it's because of this ministry of second chance housing and what we do in terms of housing the homeless and the displaced. Not because Derek is so great. It's because of this program that changes the lives in the city I live in. And that's what we're going to be doing, right? So I'm excited about that. But again, Shay's going to drop that in the group. Katara, what you think about that, sis? Your brother done made an article. Because back in the day, if I would have made the newspaper, Nicole, they would have been complaining about me. It would have been bad news.
Right.
Right? So y'all don't know me. Oh, Linda, they don't know me way back from the old Derek. If my mama here in the chat, mama put in the chat, amen. Because my mother was a praying mother.
Wait, you weren't
I'm sure my grandmother was a praying grandmother.
But you weren't some crummy guy. You just.
No, I wasn't no crummy guy, guys. I just
crummy.
wanted Derek, y'all know today. I was a little bit of a knucklehead.
Yeah, Dennis,
especially in school.
Dennis, whichever one it is.
High school, middle school. Guys, come on, right? If truth be told, we all got to pass. So everybody right now in your living room, look but behind you and say, yeah, I got to pass. Everybody right now, look over your right shoulder. Because that's where it's at. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, I'm just super excited. I'm gonna be bouncing all over the place, guys. I'm just excited. God's doing some amazing things in our life.
Absolutely.
But don't get it twisted. I'm also gonna write a book to where Shay and I feel like we went through 18 months of hell, right? And I talked a little bit about that about 2 weeks ago. And I'm gonna try to save most of that for that book. But y'all know I got a big mouth and I'm just transparent. But the gist of that book, right? Once we got into business, when I left that job, corporate America, I told you I struggled most of my life. Once I got into business, most people struggle in business first, then they do well.
Yeah.
We got into business and hit the ground. We're like, whoa.
Right. We were very.
And just like anything else, you go through bumps and bruises and blah, 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 blah. But January of this year was like a new beginning for Shay and I. 18 months prior to January of this year, Shay and I felt like we was going through hell. And now everything we touch our hands on or even speak about is turning to gold. Mm-hmm. And that's not because we're so great. It's the mercy and the goodness of God, right? And if y'all fail to recognize that even in your own life, that's not a good thing. I'm not no dummy. That big of a dummy to think that all of these good things are happening because I'm so great. Miss Riri, all of these things are happening because how good God is. Guys, I made the Channel 8 news in a bad way.
Yeah,
I've been in the newspaper. Come on, y'all. So for somebody to write an article on your brother, Nakatara, Lord have mercy.
I need that link because I don't have it. I thought you sent it to me.
I said, you got it because you got the email too. But I'll resend it to you too, Shay.
Yeah, send it to me. And
Katara, hey sis, Katara, when I read, I was like, "Oh, they talking about me? That's me? That's me answering those questions." So again, man, I take no credit. Y'all know me, man. I decrease so that God can increase inside of us. And you guys' next chance is that ILF challenge that we're doing May 20, 21, and 22. So if you haven't signed up yet, if God has put it on your heart to help people, to get into housing the homeless and the displaced and the needy, this is your first step. And I made this so crazily stupid, affordable that I almost want y'all to feel bad about it if you don't get it. Most people that find us, what I love about y'all, because y'all are just like me and my family. Y'all feel like you've been called to something like this. You don't want to do it. You feel like you've been called to it. 5 of y'all put in the chat right now, Derek, I've been called to do this. This is not kind of like a want for me, Derek. My city need it. And Derek, I feel called to do it. 5 of y'all put that in the chat if you truly believe that about yourself. Like, Derek, I don't want to do this, bro. Like, I feel called to do this, Derek. And Derek, I ain't no dummy. I see how it changed your life in the city you live in. So why not replicate that? Is that the right word, Shay? Yes, why not replicate that? Katara, why you can't replicate this in South Carolina like you've done?
Yeah.
Like, why can't you put in the chat right now what city that you're also in and that you're going to launch your place at? LaShonda, why the thought can't be, let's do this?
Yeah.
And you did. And LaShonda dropped a bomb on me today. That was such great news that she never told me. And she been under my coaching few weeks, few months. And I thought the thing she told me today, she would have told me day one. It was such a pleasant surprise. I was like, oh my God, really? And again, I'm going to let her kind of tell that story. So me and her go back and forth in the chat, maybe later. But I want to bounce it over to Shay real quick, just in case if there's something that Shay want to talk about, because Shay's got all kind of stuff going on too. She mentioned that course. Shay, there was a question about would the ILF Mastery Blueprint members get that kind of with what they get anyway, since they're spoiled all the time?
So
I told them probably yeah, but that'd be your call.
I would like to do that, but I will ask this, Derek, and you tell me if I'm doing the most. I would ask for a donation towards the Angela Denise Foundation. Nothing too small.
Okay.
You all make that donation. We'll set it up that way. I think because a lot of the information it's going to go back to housing women doing what I'm doing, especially because this will be your contribution to the ladies spa day. We've already confirmed the massage therapist. Her schedule is pretty much open, and she told me that whenever I'm ready, just give her a call. She'll make the time. And now I'm just looking for some other individuals, like prime example, the photographer. We have a meeting with her tomorrow, I believe, Derek, to discuss our other things that we're doing photography wise. And
Shay, me and you need a photo shoot.
Correct. And we've already got that.
Shay, will you take pictures with me, please?
You got that right here. Sir.
Tia, did you just hear Shay promise to take pictures with me? Because I wanted Tia to hear that, because I think Tia just came in. Tia, did you hear Shay? She promised to take pictures with me.
I've already.
And Shay, I promised to buy a brand new suit, so I won't embarrass you in your picture, Shay, if you just let me take them with you.
You know what? You get on my nerves. I can't stand you.
Tia, did you hear your boy and made a newspaper? Tia could have heard that, because Tia would have said something by now. I know Tia's not here. Charmaine must not be here.
Tia would have said, "Show you right."
Tiffany must didn't hear it
Tia would have said
Tia would have said, "Show you right," and Tia heard. So Tia must have just got here. So let me tell Tia all over again, Katara, because Katara ain't gonna tell Tia. And see, I'm trying to keep my voice down, but y'all know how I get. Katara, you gonna mean to tell me you ain't gonna tell Tia what happened to your brother?
Yeah. Your
brother made the newspaper, Tia. And Shay gonna put it in y'all thing so that y'all can see it first.
So make sure you all are in the chat. I'll post it.
Tia, did you see your brother? Tia said no. Tia, they wrote a whole article on me, Tia.
They sure did.
Tia, boy, you'll be so proud of your Tia, I don't know what you call me, Tia. Your son, your brother, your homeboy, your coach. I don't know what you call me, Tia. Tia's family, y'all.
Yeah.
Right? But Tia, they got your boy in the paper now. Big old article, Tia.
And that poor baby.
Tia, God is good. That's all I can say.
I'm gonna tell on you. We're driving down 95, and Derek.
See, I knew Tia just got here, Katara.
We're driving down 95. I'm driving. He's in the passenger seat, and he's finally checking all his emails because Derek did very well.
I ain't checked my email in a week,
on vacation. Yeah. Derek did so well. I'm so proud of him. He didn't get consumed with work. Yeah. And I was just
I truly relaxed.
That was I'm gonna be honest, like as his wife, that was my heart's desire, because I know how much there's nights that he is sleepless because of y'all, that he is praying for y'all, that he is, making sure that things are set in motion and are operating in excellence for you all. And those last few days, man, I just really wanted Derek to decompress. Like, you hold the weight of a lot of people, not just our household, but those that we consult and coach. Like, he takes it literally. Like, it's not just a job to him. You all, when he says family, you all are truly family to us. And this was time that he needed to spend just in that space. And it was so sweet, because when he started checking his email, now remember, we came home and we were only home for 24 hours. And then we head right back out. I was like, dang, I am literally living out of a suitcase right now. And we're driving up the highway, and he's like, he checks his message and he said, no way. And I said, they did it. I was like, who did it? He's like, remember that person that I sent
Tia, I thought it was like spam. Because Tia, the guy was calling me. I said, Shay, the guy got a real email. Like, he ain't like no Gmail. Like, he got the .com of the Orlando, something is called.
Yeah.
Because Tia, the guy was calling me, emailing me, texting me.
He sure was.
They want to interview a local person that's changing the blah, blah, blah. And I thought it was spam, y'all. Because, guys, I get a lot of spam in my emails and through my phone. There's another place right now. This lady got a TV station and she want to interview me. I thought that was spam. So I got to start paying attention to that kind of stuff too.
Exactly. Yeah.
So back on you, Shay.
Yeah. So again, Derek literally, like when he started reading it to me, we just both, Derek, I was like, stop. Like I'm driving. You're going to have me all teared up. I'm not going to be able to drive. I'm not trying to be hitting things. Like, no, we ain't doing this. Let's just wait. But it was so sweet to see because it's been a lot. Watching that the past 18 months have been a lot. And to see the triumph, to see the victory, right? To see God's hand move over situations and in circumstances has been phenomenal. Like there's a lot to this journey that a lot of you don't know, and you will know. We're gonna reveal that stuff because that's part of the surprise with the surprise of the surprise and the surprise and the surprise that's coming this weekend, right? But that's a lot of the information that we're going to start really diving into is, just we're transparent. Just know, I hope you're ready because we're going to be even more transparent. So just, buckle up. We've got a lot of good stuff coming. I am so excited. And just super proud of you, Derek. Super proud of you,
man.
sir.
Shay, thank you, Shay. I appreciate that.
So let's talk about it. So Derek, I am going to tell you this. I'm working with all my little gadgets over here.
Okay.
That iPad is going to be a really tomorrow type of thing because everything looks frozen. But I'm looking at the live stream and the live stream is clear, but everything else is frozen on my side. So we need to look at that. So back on you, sir.
Okay. So as I say, guys, I'll be honest, man, I don't have much, right? But I'm assuming that there's somebody here that's not around us all the time, and maybe you have questions. So let me give my brief intro, right? And I want to take some questions anyway.
Yeah.
I'll just pick a lucky number 7. Shay and I got a lot of things that fall on 7 for us, right? Including our anniversary date in July 7th. So I'm gonna take probably 7 questions and I'll do some coaching around that, or some teaching around it. Again, I won't go super deep because I'm saving everything I got for all of my newer people, my voice. This 3-day challenge coming up, and we got a big speaking engagement in Fort Lauderdale on the 28th.
So all of our people.
In fact, let's talk about that too.
Yes.
This is more of like the church announcements, y'all, right? How many of y'all go to church and they got the church announcements? See, these are church announcements, so we ain't got a whole lot of preaching today, right? I got my microphone, but Crystal, this is more like church announcements today. So we've been invited again because God's good. To speak at a subject to Broward meeting. And if you guys know Pace Morby, like his whole branding is all over this group, even that symbol thing that he uses. His logo, so it's the Broward. I want to say it right because no disrespect to them because I so appreciate them because they mailed the flyer today. Tia, I'm on the flyer. See, Tara, Tia gonna miss all the good news, sis. Shay gonna send y'all the flyer that we're on, y'all. I'm on there with some big people now.
I know a lot of people were asking and wanted to attend. So
anybody that we're coaching in Fort Lauderdale, first of all, the event is free. The people don't even charge for it.
Tia says she'll be in Fort Lauderdale.
Right. So great. Perfect, Tia. We're gonna talk about that even off of here. So anybody that we're coaching, because I coach a lot of y'all down that are down south, Fort Lauderdale, Miami, that other area that said
Gardens.
Miami Gardens. A lot of you guys are down south. So I want to see y'all, right? And if anybody's got a property that's being coached by me, I absolutely want to see that and walk through that. But if nothing else, I would just want to see y'all, right? So we're gonna play and if you want to come to the event, Shay gonna put all of that in that thing. And then I'll let Shay take care of the logistics. If we just say the address out loud, or do we do that in y'all groups, or how we do that? But again, God has blessed us to speak at a subject to Broward meeting. That's kind of a Pace Morby thing too. So we're excited about that. The whole focus, I think, that night is co and shared living.
Correct.
And they heard about your brother, that I'm the guy to do it. So now, Tia, you got to pray for me, Tia, because they only allow me 15 minutes to speak. Lord have mercy. Y'all know that's tough for your brother, right?
Yeah.
I'm used to everywhere I go to say, Derek, take an hour. Derek, take 2 hours. Derek, take 40 minutes. 30 minutes is kind of like my 15 minutes is tough. So y'all pray for me. right? I already got the PowerPoint built and everything, but y'all know me. So I'm super excited about that. So anybody that's down south, go ahead and put on your calendar right now, the 28th of this month. We want to try to put something together, whether you guys come to that, right? Or whether we do something outside of that, like Shay said. And that, now, back to you, Shay.
Yeah, so we got questions coming in. We will discuss that, and I'll possibly because we're gonna have to do something with our third Wednesday this month, because we didn't realize that the third Wednesday falls on the challenge.
Yeah, it
Wednesday,
sure does. Yeah.
thanks to somebody. So we're gonna possibly move it back a month. I mean, a week. Oh, we can't even do that because that's the week when we can. Yeah, we can possibly do that, and
We'll
just
do a makeup or
We'll
something.
do it remote.
Yeah.
So I'll travel with my laptop that week, and we'll go remote, and we'll do something the fourth Wednesday, because that we can give you the post meetup recap, because that is on a Wednesday, correct?
That
event is on a Wednesday.
Correct. Yeah.
So we'll be able to, give y'all information on how that went. Those of you that were able
to. I think it's kind of like a bar and lounge, like a swanky place in down south. Correct. So it's not like some conference center. Like it's going to be like a nice little shindig, I think.
It's like a
so bring your dancing shoes.
We'll do that, and I'll put a notice in our ILF family talk chat so that you all know that we're not flaking on you all, but we will do it post that event. So we can just follow up with you all, let you know how it went. Still answer questions and have family talk, right? But for all of you, you will see it in the group chats. I'll have the team also send out an email campaign that states what's going on, where we'll be. So anybody in that area, you'll get an email campaign. You'll see the graphic. We'll send it out to everybody in our CRM.
Because they sent the graphic today, actually. That almost kind of.
So we'll set it up. We'll send it out in our CRM as an email campaign. So if you all are interested in going, you can just follow the instructions on that document, on that flyer, and meet us there. See us in person. Let's shake hands. Let's talk. Let's catch up. The goal is we're gonna reach out to all of our Southern family members and hang out. I think Derek and I is planning to be there possibly the whole week. Yeah. So we're gonna
go probably more than just for that day.
Yeah.
Because again, there's so many of you all that I coach there that I really want to try to, especially if one of you all, because the Pierre, I know both of the Pierre families. In fact, if you ladies are here, Miss Magna or Miss Nerlandi, if either one of you are right now with me live, both of y'all have ILFs. Like I would absolutely love to walk through your place.
Time with you all,
right? That's a part of your package from me, right? So a lot of you all that no matter where you live it, right? That's a part of what we do, right? We wouldn't mind coming, especially if we're already in the area, right? So I'm needless to say, and I'll talk about this much later, probably in 2 months or more coming, that I'm building a whole new package to where no matter where you live it, I fly to you, right? So that's going to be a part of it. So and the reason how I come up with these things, I'll do this thing like by mistake once or twice. People are like, oh my God, I love that. I said, hey, you know what? Let's turn that into something.
Yeah.
So my local people get that anyway. But what if you live in Cincinnati, Ohio? What do you live in New Jersey, California, Denver, Colorado? How many of y'all would love if Derek flew to your city to not only do the coaching, but to walk through of some of the social service places, hospitals, to see how I do it, right? So I'm going to build a whole package behind that. There's people that are already asking for it, so I'm excited about that.
We're going to have to call Katara this week. I'm going to have to call you Katara, because we've got to figure something out, because we've got a good bit of people in the Carolinas. So we need to
North and South. I keep saying it.
So we
must
can find a middle ground and be able to just
North, South, and Atlanta are going to be probably our top 3 places of where we go.
We have
North, South Carolina, and Atlanta.
Yeah.
But Fort Lauderdale's first.
So let's get to some of these questions, Derek. I'm going to try to do it remotely and see if I can get this to work with this.
So let me do a brief intro just for anybody that is just like clueless about who we are. So put in the chat right now, anybody that's new to us and you have no clue who I am or what me and Shay do and what we teach, just type in the chat new. Derek, I don't know you, bro. I don't know what y'all talking about. Somebody put that in the chat real quick, because I don't care if it's just one person, 3 or 13. I want to know if there's just anybody that has kind of no clue. What are we talking about right now? Right? So I'm gonna give that a second because some of you guys are a little bit delayed on the response of where I can see it. So I'm gonna pause there just for a second. How many of you all are new to me and this concept is new? This whole shared housing thing that we keep talking about. And if there's nobody new, then I'll do this completely different and we'll just go straight to questions because that'd be a waste of everybody's time.
There is a new.
Is it?
Give me a second. I just passed it. Here we go. There it is.
Okay, I'm new here, still trying to find the business name, please. Okay, so not super new as in because they know the concept. So Miss Riri, again, just very briefly, right? And this would be for anybody that even watched the replay. My name is Derek Forrest, and that beautiful girl in that seat across from me, her name is Shay. We both do something that's called independent living. They're not group homes. They're not ALFs. They're not IDDs. None of that stuff that you need a license or you need permission from somebody to open it. Now, my family, we trademarked it, but we don't care what you call it. Just remember that it's a shared living environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. And to make a long story short, this your big brother, because I'm your brother now. Traco Needs, I'm your new big brother. Welcome. This was your brother begging God 8 years ago to change my life, begging God to bless me financially, begging God, I want to help people. And dummy me, Traco Needs, I was a social worker and God gave me everything that I asked him for, but I didn't realize it. I said, God, I want to help people. He used my wife to trick me to go to college, y'all. Through the grace of God, 4 years later, 4.5 years actually, because I changed my major the first time. And I graduated in Jacksonville, Florida. I walked across the stage receiving a human services degree. But y'all don't need the schooling. I'm just telling you how I got into it. He said, Derek, you want to help people? Here go a social work job. Derek, you want to make a bunch of money? Here go a girl making 41 grand a month mistreating people, and she make a bunch of money, Derek. So these conditions that you see right here on the screen, it's sad. But this is a lot of what I saw. People being mistreated. People being housed in rats and roaches. People's beds being on cinder blocks. So what I'm telling people, May 20, 21, and 22 is your easiest route in this. That's our 3-day ILF challenge. For 3 days, I'm going to do hardcore teaching that's not YouTube talk. You think this YouTube stuff good? I'm going to release stuff that I never would tell you on YouTube.
Yeah.
And for $97 general admission, it's a no-brainer. And I'll admit you shouldn't even get that one because the other one is $147 and you get the recordings, the transcript, and all the to-do notes when we're done. And I'm so proud of y'all. Nobody yet out of, I think, 21 people, and we just released it Saturday. Nobody bought the one for $97. Congratulations to all of y'all. I'm proud of you. Because I told y'all, even though I offered it, nobody should get that one. It's going to be so much information unless you take really great notes, and you can write faster than I can talk, and I doubt it because I talk fast and loud. So the recordings for $150, and also, by the way, 30 minutes to an hour before each session, I'm meeting with the VIP people. But again, God showed me my dream through a lady that was doing it like this, y'all. Look at how the beds are on the floor.
Yeah, it was a mess.
The other bed set is on cinder blocks. No sheets, no comforter. The fan, box fan is on a banana box. And Miss Ruth, I saw a lady making 41 grand a month doing this. The devil is a liar that you're going to make that kind of money and mistreat people. Miss D said that's a hot mess. Absolutely it is. So just for my new people, I'll admit, I usually take 2 hours just to tell that story. That's probably the fastest ever I've told that story. And Tia, if I'm lying, tell the people that I'm lying, Tia, if I ain't telling the truth. I usually take 2 hours to tell y'all that story. I saw a lady living my dream, making 41 grand a month as I was making 28 grand a year. Do y'all hear those numbers? 41 grand a month or 28 grand a year? Which one would you choose? I said, Lord, I want to get in this. Ooh, Lord. Because the girl showed me, y'all. She didn't tell me. She took her phone out and said, boop, 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 boop. She said, look what I make, Derek. She took her cell phone, y'all. She said, Derek, I'll never teach you how to do this, but you keep sending me those people. And one Saturday, y'all, I said, man, you know what? I know all the addresses. I'm going to just go myself. And this is the stuff that I encountered. The
Yeah.
rats, the roaches, the filth, the grime, the bed bugs. And watch me give you some soft coaching right now, because I'm doing a good job of keeping my voice down.
You are. I'm proud of you.
Watch this, Tia. The rats are going to come sometimes. Are you shocked? The roaches are going to come sometimes, y'all. I've dealt with roaches, mice. I call them mice when I'm talking about me. Rats if I'm trying to tell a good story. Watch this, y'all. Bed bugs. I dealt with all of that. And sometimes it keeps happening because guess what, Tia? That don't mean I'm dirty and nasty. That means Carlos that you brought in last week, he lived in the woods. He didn't know the mouse crawled into his book bag and brought to your house and had babies. Tia, that don't make you nasty. You didn't know it. But what will make you nasty, Miss Ruth, is that if you say, well, Derek, they either live in this filth and grime and squalor, or they can go outside and live in the woods. The devil is a liar. And that's what that girl said, y'all. She says, Derek, I know I got roaches and mice, and I know I got bed bugs, but Derek, they either live here or they can go outside. Lord have mercy. And I tell people, if that don't break your heart, you on the wrong YouTube channel. If you want to get into real estate and you think that's okay, please just remove me from your channel. And no hard feelings, but we live by this thing that says we love God, we love people, and we love real estate.
Yeah.
We like to mix it all together and put it in a blender and pour it all over your city. No disrespect to God, but just watch my analogy. I'm going to put God, real estate, and social services inside of a blender, and I'm going to pour it all over my city. The love of God and affordable housing.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. Does that make sense, y'all? My people that are new to me, does that make sense? Because most of my people that hear me tell this story, I take 2 hours to do it. Tia, I think I did a good job of keeping my voice low. And that's an inside joke for my new people, y'all, right? Because I'm real loud. And God is blessing me so much. I've been asked to speak at a lot of places. I got to be careful with my voice now. So maybe I needed that, Tia, to help me say, wow, Derek, I'm going to place you in a lot of places, bro, to speak. Calm your voice down. I've been asking y'all to pray for me for that, too, because I just get so excited.
Yeah, too excited.
But watch this, though. How many of you all, again, only but two of y'all said that what you see on this screen is the wrong way? Just two of y'all say, yeah, Derek, bro, that's the wrong way. And Derek, how could she have made 41 grand a month to do this and then be able to sleep at night? You shouldn't be able to sleep at night if you make 41 grand a month. How many of you all, if you made 40 grand a month, that'll change your life? How many of you all, if you made 40 grand one time this month, it'll change your life? Guys, I dreamed of days like that. Now I'm proud to say that we live days like that now. And did it happen overnight? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But one thing that we will not do, guys, is beg God to get into this thing and then mistreat people like this. And I'm done with that.
You can't, like, if you do it, you set yourself up for a lot of strife, right? You're going to give an account one day in the future to what you've done to the least of these. Yep. And it's important to remember that. And you've got to be mindful of when you step into this place that your role is to be an advocate for those that are having trouble to advocate for themselves. So just be mindful of that. Yeah. Yep. Harvins is here, Derek.
What's going on, big bro? Little bro? I call everybody big bro, but that's my little bro right there. Good to see you. And that's the Pierre family I was literally just talking about earlier, you all, right? So Harvins, if you didn't hear it, Shay and I got a speaking engagement in Fort Lauderdale on the 28th of this month. We want to meet you guys. You guys have an ILF. I want to walk through it. Miss Pierre, Magda, you here? Mama Pierre, you here? I think I saw her too. Mama Pierre, shout me out if you here.
We'll be sending everything.
We're going to send all the information to you guys' Telegram group, because anybody that's down south, or if you just want to travel, like, I don't care. Like, I want to see you all, but specifically, there go Mama Pierre. I want to make sure that's my big sister, actually, not Mama Pierre, me and her brother and sister, actually. So, but that's just the respectful way that I say that. So, big sis, we come in May 28th. We got a speaking engagement down there at the Broward Subject 2 group, right? So God has blessed us. So we want to meet you guys while we're there. Anybody that's down south, right? Or if you just don't mind traveling, right? But I never cease to not take advantage of when we're traveling. If some of y'all live where we're going, right? Now, vacation just now, when I was in Bradenton and Longboat Key and St. Petersburg, that wasn't to do that. But now that we're back, in fact, Shay and I's next 2 vacations are what we call working vacations.
Correct.
We going on vacation, but from 9 to probably 3, we gonna work. I'm taking calls, but 3 to sunset, we on the beach and we hanging out. So we do that now.
Yeah.
Imagine that lifestyle. I dreamed of that. I've dreamed to be able to be on vacation and make money while I'm there.
And Derek, guess what? It's all a business expense.
Come see, Shay, somebody gonna miss that. Shay, you better turn your Shay, I'm gonna turn your volume up. Go actually pick your microphone up and say that directly in the mic, Shay, because somebody gonna miss that.
It's a business expense.
Talk about it, Miss Shay.
Yeah, so when you're out, when you're doing these things and you are doing business, you can play while you work, right?
You can be on vacation, y'all. Sorry, Shay, and go out to dinner and just talk about your business. That's a business trip now.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So somebody didn't know that.
Yep.
Your accountant hopefully knows that, because guess who told us, hey, now we're going out to dinner, let's bring up business.
Yeah.
So that I can know how to allocate when you ran your Chase card, Derek, or your Wells Fargo card, Derek. Come on, y'all.
Yeah. So you've got to.
The rich people been doing this for years. Why not us?
Yep.
Talking about going to dinner and hanging out, talking about a business. Yes, it is. And we talked about business, because guess what me and Shay did while we were there? Passed by real estate, look at real estate.
Yeah.
If you know anything about Florida, what happened in the Bradenton area, 5 months ago?
Year. It was in October? Yeah,
okay.
It was in October.
It tore up some stuff, which also brought opportunity. You don't think me and Shay rolled by some real estate?
Yeah.
And even just dreamed about it? It ain't all about going and to look at it to go and buy it, Miss D. Sometimes we can just drive by to just plant a seed.
Yeah.
Get the experience.
Yep.
This is just family talk tonight.
Yeah.
Make sense, everybody?
You're preaching good, sir.
Back on you, Miss
So
Shay.
let's go ahead and answer some of these questions.
Let's do it.
We're not going to be here all night. We've got a lot of stuff to prep for.
Is Shay finna start? Oh, well, I can't say it because that's a secret.
You can't. See, we got so many secrets,
Shay gonna make me work. Let me just put it that way, because y'all gonna see it though, but Shay don't want y'all to know before it's done.
Milton. That's right.
That's what it was, Miss Cassandra. Tore that area up down the Longboat Key, that Bradenton area. St. Pete, like we drove by a lot of that stuff that we saw on the news, y'all. Right? But it also, guess what that does? It brings opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're always looking for opportunity to help people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just so let's go with the questions. Tiara Carter, you know, I have a friend, a young lady that I grew up with. We danced in the majorettes together in Bermuda. Her name is Tiara Carter. She spells it a little different, but her name is Tiara Carter. First and last.
Good stuff. Miss Tara, put in the chat where are you located?
So
City and state.
Still offer the scholarship. I want to do this. I just need the finances. So if you want to talk about some of the finance options that we have available, Derek.
Yeah, she must have missed us on Saturday then.
Yeah.
Because we gave something that was much better than a scholarship, actually. Because the scholarship price is not as great as what we gave on Saturday in remembrance of, but to celebrate Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to everybody again. But yes, we do offer scholarship. And let me say this now. Tiara's in Winter Haven. I'm from Polk County originally, Haines City. So welcome, family. Right? So she said, yep, I missed Saturday. So literally what we did Saturday, I didn't even tell people what it was. I just gave the prompt, and a few of y'all did it actually. So big shout out to Shoshana and her family. Yes. Big shout out to there was another family that did it as well. And I could tell that you guys either saw the replay or you were live with me, because if not, you wouldn't have knew to do what you did to get the price that you got. Yeah. So Miss Tiara, you probably know what we charge for our one-on-one coaching, right? But right now, if you go to forsterconsultants.com under the tab that says products and services, pretend that you're going to buy it, because it sounds like you want it, right? But right there in the coupon code, type in the word NOW, N-O-W. Ooh. And lucky for a lot of y'all, my team should have probably turned this off already, but I'll tell you right now, if it's still active, you guys can have it. Now, I'm not going to even say what it is.
Just go for it.
But I did it for Mother's Day and for women, so no disrespect to my guys, right? But 98% of y'all that find me, that I'm coaching, you guys are women. And Mother's Day was Sunday. So I'll tell you right now, just to be a nice guy, and I better find my charger before this thing turns off on y'all. Just to be a nice guy, I'll extend that till tomorrow, Shay. So tell the team they can extend that free gift that I'm giving them till tomorrow. So let me repeat that. If you're a lady,
free gift, it's a gift.
Right. If you're a lady and you desire the ILF Mastery Blueprint, definitely go to forstedconsultants.com. And as you're going to buy it, type in that coupon box, which is in a coupon code, the word NOW, N-O-W, and watch what happens.
Yeah. You still trying to plug in over there?
Yeah, because it's not this whole live again.
Derek's trying not to lie.
So other than that, Shay, I want to answer about 7 questions.
Yes,
also let me say this. Sometimes when newer people find us, they think that the scholarship means like a full ride to college. So let me just give a disclaimer. My scholarship don't mean that you don't pay nothing. It means that we super give you a blessing on some kind of discount, but it's known as a scholarship. And watch this. Some of y'all don't know this. Sometimes the scholarship comes from me and Shay, our own pocket. But sometimes it comes from people that say, Derek, if this thing changed my life the way it changed yours, I'm going to come back and bless y'all.
Right.
Now, some people just say that, but some people actually do it. So instead of me just taking that money and going to Miami and take a vacation, we pour that back into scholarship funds so that when people like her want this and she type that word NOW into that box, she don't pay that $4,997. Yeah. And I'm not going to even say what it is, but if you want it, you're going to know because you're going to go and do it. So just text the word NOW and watch what happens to that price. Exactly. So that's what a scholarship is for us. Miss Shay?
Yeah, I love when we have that conversation because a lot of people don't, when you get into your business aspect, people are like, oh, well, why can't we do, why can't you just give a full ride scholarship? Because in business, not being a nonprofit, you got to allocate that stuff for your line items, right? So when people pour into us, we reallocate it back into the business. And that way we're able to do so without, any funny business in our finances or in our books. So I just wanted to share that because a lot of people don't understand why we do that. And it's more of an accountant thing. So when people pour into us, we literally allocate it along the sidelines to help other people get their businesses started by getting the coaching.
Well, we just got an interesting text.
Really?
At 7:11 p.m. That's actually really great news, and that's something probably we could talk about right now, unless you say that we should hold. But
answer
that's
this one
just
question.
more great news.
I don't know what it is.
So let's go into the questions. So Unthinkable Q, let me know if you're still here because I love to address people personally when they've asked a question. So Unthinkable QR, if I'm saying that right, let me know what's your name, and I'm gonna knock that question right out. Do they pay? I'm assuming that you mean my residents. Do they pay voluntarily or do you have an automatic payment system?
Both.
Shay's gonna love this question. So let me give you my version years ago. Years ago, I picked up all that money manually. I drove around, I took their cards, and I drove to the ATM. That was the old way. Shay, today, how do we take our payments today?
Automatically. But it's funny because I was telling someone I met with today, one of our clients today, for me, most of my ladies pay me via Zelle, not pay Shay, but they make their payments via Zelle to the Angela Denise Foundation, where all of the guys are set up through our automatic payment through the payment processor. That's better. So yeah, they voluntarily input their information and it's set up on auto draft. So they literally pay, the money is deducted from their account.
Suck it out of their account. And why? Let me do a little further coaching because I just love this. So Quella from Arkansas, watch this. When I first started this 8 years ago, my client said, Derek, I don't want you to take my card and put in your system. And that was kind of like everybody. I'm blessed today that everybody wants it that way.
Yeah.
And let me give you some free coaching, real soft. I tell my people, there is no other choice now. I don't want your cash.
Yeah.
And for you to give me your card is a part of my program.
Yeah.
And it's not what Derek said. My program said that. That's some free coaching. Mm-hmm. That's some good coaching. So listen to what I just said, Miss Sequella. I'm not giving him a choice to live in my place. This is how it works.
Yeah.
We take your card one time, we put it into the system, and we automatically deduct it. No more me chasing people. I used to chase people to collect rent. Make sense? No more of that. My wife was so genius, and we got this system that we give all of y'all for your coaching. So if you want our coaching, we give y'all this system. It's called digitalflowsolutions.net. It's an all-in-one platform that runs your entire business, your telephone, your email, your website, your CRM, and we give it to you. Because why? We own the digital marketing company. So my coaching clients don't struggle with, well, dear, you coaching me, but where I get my phone from? Dear, I know you coaching me, but dear, where I get my website from? You get everything from us. We're a one-stop shop. You don't come to me and go somewhere else to get other stuff. You don't have to.
Right.
It's all in-house. Now, that was a long answer. Let me know if I knocked it out for you. Share it out. I'm new here, still trying to find a business name. Mm-hmm. Is Place acceptable in the name? Riri's Place LLC. So sounds like you've heard my other coaching where I tell you don't use the word housing, home, or living. So I'll say this. If you haven't done it already, I'm going to say don't do that. But if you say, Derek, I've already did it, bro. Place is still going to be better to me than those other ones, but I'll admit people can still kind of see through it, right? Place is a place to live. And even though that's what we do, guys, the banks just view that differently. Yeah. So again, even though we're going to do housing, it still all matters what your name is. So Miss Riri, let me know in the chat that if you've done this already. I'm new here, still trying to find a business name. Perfect. So I don't think you did this.
Right.
So under my coaching, I'm gonna say no.
So I'm gonna say this too. When you choose your business name, be very mindful of the avatar, the people that you're drawing into your business. A lot of times it's like a name, right? Names carry power, so make sure the name has that effect. Like prime example, what does Riri's Place mean to you? How can you educate somebody on that? What is the branding of Riri's Place, right? You don't want to so much so put a name on something that kind of does this and puts you in this really vague space where it's people are they're having a hard time kind of figuring out who you are, what you do. We were told once, a lot of times you have businesses that'll make it really scriptural based on their name. Some people may not want to deal with, sorry to say it, but I'm being real, the Bible thumper, right? Oh Lord, I'm not doing business with them because their logo or their name is, Psalms 21 experience or something. You just don't know what people's outcome or outlook is. And so when you're naming something, let's be as strategic as possible with the name of your entity. You don't want people to bypass you or not take you legit, like really seriously, because of a vague name or a name that they may just say, I'm not doing business with that name, right? So just try to make it more, I would say, Riri's Place. It's gonna. And
Riri also to me sounds like maybe your name or your nickname. I also wouldn't do that if I were if you were being coached by me. So take some free coaching, we would change your whole name.
Yeah.
And we also wouldn't use that word place. And I love the fact that you came here to ask. Great thing for you. So guys, take notes from Miss Riri, right? Don't, because I coach a lot of y'all that go and do that, and then you come to me, and then now you got to go do an amendment or you got to change your name or do a DBA. So Miss Riri, I appreciate that you actually came here and asked first.
Thanks for your,
so I'm gonna pretend I'm coaching you right now. We would choose a completely different name in terms of what that is. Yeah. Okay. Ms. Shay, next question.
I'm actually looking for the question. So y'all, you see me looking down because I'm really testing the heck.
I can pull some up too, or if you want to just let me allow you to do it to get that extra practice. Let me do it
because I'm trying to figure this out. I've already seen one thing that's not working, so we'll have to figure that out.
So let me just call out one that I see. Cedric Mitchell says, "Hello, Derek. I've been trying to talk to you directly and haven't been able to." That's impossible, sir. It's not even possible. So to talk to me is real easy because a lot of people here do it. So the first step is watching our webinar. So I would ask you, Cedric, have you watched our webinar yet? Because it's automated. if you watch my webinar, my team gonna see it, and their job, because if not, I'll fire them. Their job is to say, ooh, Cedric watched the webinar. Let me put him on Derek's schedule. That's how my webinar works. So I can probably guess right now, either A, you haven't watched the webinar, or B, you haven't got that automated message yet that actually goes to you to say, hey, we see you watched the webinar. When are you available to talk to Derek? Because if I find out my team didn't let me talk to you, Cedric, that person will be gone tomorrow. But I know my team's so good, I can guarantee you one or two things. A, you didn't watch that webinar, or B, you ain't got the message yet. Guaranteed.
And the reason, and I want to give people
it's easy to talk
understanding of why we do that.
Yeah.
So, because we don't want you to just ask vague questions. When you get on the phone with Derek,
full advantage of that
we
call.
want you to take advantage of the call. Don't ask, well, how am I getting the rent? We talk about that stuff here. We want you to pick our brains. We want you to come
ask
with
deep questions. And what's funny is, watch this, y'all. If I take 2 phone calls from people right now, one guy that's watched the webinar and one that didn't, the guy that did it, he gonna ask me the first 5 questions that's in the first 8 minutes of my webinar. He wasted his time. Not per se my time, because this is what I do. But why would you ask me things that are already in the webinar? You should get me and go deep, right? So I can guarantee you, because talking to me is easy. I make it that way. Because the only requirement is to watch that webinar. Once you watch it, my system, the one I give y'all, is so genius, it's going to see you watched it. And my team going to get a ding. Cedric Mitchell has watched the webinar, Derek. Right. Give him a call. So by now, I think I even saw his name there where he spoke to Jess, right? So he says, I'm due to speak with you tomorrow. Perfect. So as long as you watch that webinar, I think I saw you on my schedule for 9:30. But if my team see that you did it, that appointment never happens. So we make it really easy, Cedric. So yeah, I look forward, big bro, to talking to you, because I heard that you're excited and you ready to go. So Cedric, just talk to me back and forth. Just pretend it's just me and you here. Have you watched that webinar yet? Let me know. And then Cheryl bring up that next question.
You got it.
Yeah, because I talk to a bunch of people every week and they all watch that webinar, and then we go deep on the phone, right? Because there's not a question y'all can ask me that's not on my YouTube channel. I got over 775 videos under that live tab, and they all 2 and 3 and 4 hours long. Now, obviously, you don't want to just sit through there. Probably some of y'all do and watch it all. And those are actually my best students, to be honest with you. People that soak up all the information and then still get me, those are the most successful people. Okay. So he said, yes, sir. So perfect. Yeah, lower. And see how easy that was? So if you were trying to talk to me without doing that, it's going to be hard. But as long as you watch that webinar, no problem. So we'll be talking tomorrow at 9:30. Super excited about that, Mitchell family.
Looks like somebody already answered this question in the chat. Yes, that gift was for not the DIY, but it was for the ILF Mastery Blueprint. Did you do anything for DIY? No, right?
No, it was just for that's already on the crazy, like it's already low. Yeah, that's so Mother's Day was that. Let me see. I just found my answer. Thanks for the code option. Yeah, so that code absolutely works, but it does not work for DIY, guys. That's only for the one-on-one coaching. And I'm being a nice guy. I'm extending that to tomorrow. So if you're hearing me right now and you miss Saturday, first of all, shame on you. But second of all, we're also still going to give you guys another day, another 24-hour Shay, and they can take advantage of that. No problem. So Tranquil says, are these month-to-month contracts? Yes. So the population that we serve, they tend to be transient. Transient is just a big fancy word that means that they come and go, that they're not stable like you and I. You and I will move into a house and stay for 25 years. This population will move every 3 weeks if you let them. Yeah. Right? So we believe in a month-to-month contract that doesn't lock them in and it don't lock me in. So if it don't work for me, they gotta go. If it don't work for them, they're free to go. Mm-hmm. Make sense? All right, good stuff. Next question.
All right. So
and that's also in, like, I'm telling y'all, like, there's no, like, I love questions just generally, but there's no question that y'all can ask me that's probably not in the webinar or my YouTube channel, right? That call that people have with me is more so that, Derek, I want your coaching, bro, but I got a few questions to get done before we move forward. And I think that's where Cedric is. Like, he know that he's ready to go. He just want to solidify some stuff before he sign up. and no problem. Because I'll admit, y'all, if it's general questions, again, ask that here so that we all can learn together. Does that make sense? Don't withhold your questions like these people are doing like that. They'll allow us to learn together. But if you say, no, Derek, man, my stuff private, bro, I'm going to talk about me, my family, and my city. No problem. But if it's just a regular question, let's learn together right here. Okay? So let's see. He says, so Derek, I changed my business name from Elite Flourish Residences to Elite Flourish Creations. Good stuff. Love that. Love it. Love it. Okay? Love that. Great choice because, again, residences, again, is leaning to real estate. So Elite Flourish Creations, you don't know what that is. And that's the way I want your name to be. Now, I'll admit, when I first started, dummy me, I got second chance housing because I thought I wanted people to know what I do. I learned years later in business that was a dumb decision. I should have been second chance solutions, enterprise, creations, group, project, foundation, some of those names. Banks love that stuff. They hate real estate and they'll view you as a high risk industry. So if you're new to me, take that free coaching. Don't use the word housing, home, living, residence, none of that stuff. Make it generic like Miss Nicole just did.
Yeah.
Good stuff, Shay. Next one.
All right. I watched the webinar. I didn't get the automated message yet. Can you just let me know your first name so I can look it up and see what's going on? But you should have. So just give me your name.
And it could have went to junk mail or because
I think
also
they do check email. Yeah, check your junk mail. And I
offer a package with forms only? Yes, that's the DIY actually. So luckily for a lot of people, and that's why 84 people bought it in the last 45 days. Like I never would sell the DIY like that, and it's got all the paperwork in it. That's the reason why I'll admit why we created the DIY. So many people say, well, Derek, I just want to buy the paperwork. And quite frankly, that paperwork cost me $8,000. Nobody could ever afford it. But one day again, I got soft-hearted and I dropped that DIY, y'all, from $45,000 to $4,500 to $497. So our DIY product snob, I think it's product snob. The DIY is only $497 and it comes with the paperwork. Yeah, absolutely. Right. And that paperwork cost me $8,000. I give it to y'all in both of my coaching packages. Yep. Okay. So that's a really cheat code way to get my paperwork at a real affordable cost. Because I'll admit, out of the 84 people that bought it, 50 people said, Derek, I'll admit, bro, the only reason why I'm buying this pack is I want your paperwork. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people that know what this is. They good at it. They want that paperwork. Yeah. Why go pay a lawyer $8,000 when I give you mine from my lawyer? Right? Talk about a cheat code. Okay. So product snob, let me know in the chat if that makes sense to you. So the paperwork alone is worth way more than either one of my packages. But I literally give it to y'all in both packages, either the one-on-one for $5,000 or the DIY for $500. Okay. And then the 3-day challenge, guys, is only $147. So if you don't know about the and watch this, quite frankly, I'm telling everybody that purchases the DIY, why wouldn't you come to the 3-day challenge? You still get me for 3 days live. Yeah. Whereas the DIY, you don't get me at all unless you upgrade to that other thing that we got for $47 a month. So a lot of the people that bought Saturday, they're already DIY. Very smart. Because you get the paperwork and all of that with that, all the coaching, the ebooks, the curriculum. And now you get me again for 3 days for hardcore teaching. Right? So I'm proud of all of the DIY folks that are actually still coming to the 3-day challenge. Great job, you all. Great decision. Because again, it's so affordable. You almost are doing yourself a disservice if you don't get it. Prime example, a lady called today, says, Derek, you got it on one of the days where I do a night shift. I can't make it. Well, guess what? If you purchase the VIP, you get the recordings. Yeah. So please, guys, and y'all know my big mouth, I coach for hours. Imagine 3 days of getting me for hours and what I call not YouTube talk. You get my one-on-one coaching that them folks get for 3 days, guys. Okay? So make sure you guys go to ILFchallenge.com. I'm actually going to put that on the screen right now. ILFchallenge.com. And I'll admit, I offer two, general admission and VIP. I'm so proud of y'all because y'all followed instruction. Nobody should get the general admission. It's $97. It's crazy cheap, but you don't get the recordings. You don't get the notes. You don't get the to-do notes when we're done. So I'll admit, spend another $50 and get the VIP for 147. And if you can't make it, so what? Get it anyway and watch the recording with your family.
Yeah.
A lot of people are doing that. Say, dear, I can't make it, but bro, I can't miss this for $150. Right? So it's 147 and I cover the tax. So it ain't even 150, y'all. Okay? So, and I'll admit, y'all, I'm doing that probably once in life. I'll probably never do a 3-day challenge again. Yeah. I'll admit it's a lot of work. It's a lot of teaching for $147. But guess what?
Yeah.
I taught y'all 2 weeks ago that, remember my sermon? All y'all got a date and when you was born. We all got a date when we will die. I don't know when y'all gonna die, and neither do you, but we all got a dash next to our name. Our goal in life is to put everything we got into that dash, meaning that I was born in 1981, November 16. And there's a dash right now that if somebody was to purchase a tombstone for me, I'm not dead yet, so there's a dash. What am I doing with my life? What am I doing with the dash? And I'll admit, this 3-day challenge is for me to pour back into the people. Yeah. For everybody, so, dear, I can't afford that coaching you got for $5,000. Dear, I can't afford your $497 either. Well, can you scrape up 150? Because I'll admit, this is more about you than it is about me. Mm-hmm. I'm worth way more than 3 days at 147, y'all. Just not being cocky, but I'm almost giving this away for 147. And guys, Shay charges $450 an hour to be coached nonprofit. She's higher than me. I'm only $400. To get us for 3 days for 147, you doing yourself a disservice if you don't get it. Yeah. And I really mean this, because we laugh and we joke and we play a lot, but I really mean this. If you claim God has put this in your heart, what would stop you from spending $150 for 3 days of hardcore teaching for the thing you say you want to do? Mm-hmm. That's how I feel about that. Shay, next question.
I'm with you.
Let's do it.
So I just want to clear up some stuff. So Product Snob asked, is the digital piece in the DIY? By the digital piece, do you mean the access to our website and CRM
absolutely.
System? Absolutely.
That's the cheat code to it. Yeah.
All of our coaching services do come with the digital flow solution access. I also sent you a text message. So I did see in the system, I don't see certain things. You are getting a lot of emails from us that are not being opened. So you've gotten emails from us this is for Product Snob. You've been getting emails from us since the 28th, and I can see that none of them have been opened. So check your spam, because it looks like your spam, all of the emails are going either into your spam or you're not opening them. Also, I did send you a text message with the webinar, because I can see that you are not tagged webinar. So our system does tell us if you watch the webinar, and that is not being seen right now. The other person I wanted.
That's why I love that system too, because it shows everything, and that's why we give it to y'all. Right? So not only are y'all going to use this system to run your ILF, y'all can write books, y'all can create courses and sell it from this same thing. Mm-hmm. Everything I do, the coaching, the consulting, all these 8 businesses, y'all can do all of that from this one thing.
Exactly. Yeah, you sure
okay.
Can.
So 7 p.m. is going to be the start time every night, unless you're VIP, which all of y'all so far, there's nobody that's purchased the regular ticket yet.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. So that means that we still meet 30 minutes to an hour before the actual event. I'm going to answer only the VIP questions. And again, we'll recap on what was said the day before or whatever your questions are. So that's why, again, that 3-day challenge, y'all guys, and I'll admit, this will probably be the only time in life that I'll do this. Yeah. My team and I are actually discussing already, how can we do it monthly? But the first one is going to be me live. The next one may be pre-recorded to where I still do the 3-day challenge, but it ain't me. It is me, but it's already done. Yeah. So I'll admit, this first time, that's why I'm excited for the people that did get it, because this is probably a once-in-a-lifetime thing that I'll do, guys. That next challenge that I do like this, the general ticket will probably be like $2,000. Mm-hmm. VIP will be like $2,500, right? But for this time, 97 and 147, I make it a no-brainer, okay? So anybody that ever felt like you couldn't afford the one-on-one coaching, this is me getting rid of your excuse, okay? And even that, and what's so smart, what a lot of y'all are doing, a lot of y'all are getting the DIY, and you still buying that. Very smart. Because like the lady just asked, you still get the virtual assistant, the software and systems, the CRM, the business phone line, All of that comes to us through Digital Flow Solutions. And Ms. D. Ross, Shay, I'll let you answer that one about the VA.
Yeah, so for the virtual assistant services, you can call the phone number that is, you can call Forston Consultants and let our team know that you're interested in a virtual assistant. They set it up. They pretty much send you a intake or an assessment form to see what you're looking for in that virtual assistant. And then we go and scout and look for that virtual assistant that meets your needs. Virtual assistant services outside of a coaching package is, I can't remember the price offhand.
For what's that? I'm sorry.
If for sourcing and vetting a virtual assistant
on VA
yeah,
$797.
So it's $797 for just the virtual assistant services that allows our team to go out and do the interviewing, do the sourcing, and all of that good stuff.
But if I remember, she bought the DIY, so it's a part of her package.
Okay,
is that Miss D who's usually here? Because if it is, I think she's purchased the DIY already. I think that's why she's asking, how do I now get the VA?
Do me a favor, so D, if it's you,
go ahead.
Text, I want a virtual assistant to the number scrolling down the bottom. So that way, the 407-326-0086. So that way our team sees it and it's attached to your account. Okay.
Good stuff.
There's
a question about how many houses do we have? I oversee over 450 throughout 38 states.
Mm-hmm.
So Shay and I have our own. Shay and I also, we rent a bunch of them. Shay bought one a year ago and fixed and flipped it. And we're also partnered with other people that we invest with to do it with.
Correct. Yeah.
But to answer your ultimate overall question, I oversee over 450 of these throughout 38 states.
At one point in time, we hands-on dealt with the day-to-day of 18 houses. And then what we did as we coached, we found people that were suitable and we let them take over the day-to-day. So that's when we say partnership, because we've now given them the opportunity to start their own ILF in houses that we've already set up, that we're already operating and are functioning. So those houses are actually still active in our area and they're doing pretty well. Francesca Dawson, Jameen Dawson, to name a few people, they are, some of the epitome of those individuals that have taken those houses and taken over those houses and done a great job, and still to this day are running ILFs locally that we partner with. So
Also, there's a question that says, do we have seminars in our area? Yes, very often, usually. Most of those are catered to the IMB members, but once a year we have what we call an ILF conference. So like last year was absolutely amazing, right? If you missed last year's conference, boy, you missed it. That was the first year ever that Shay and I, because you just me and Shay running our big mouth, and you knew people that just kind of discovered us. You don't know it, but you see Shay and I all the time. Me and my brother started this 10 years ago together, right? My brother passed away a year and some change ago, so a year and a few months. So Shay and I carry that torch now. So many years ago, I found this thing, brought it to my brother. We both went through bumps and bruises, and boom, we started teaching it together. He gained his wings last year, right? And then Shay and I just continued carrying that torch. Okay. So once a year, it's called the ILF conference. Last year was the first year where we actually allowed other people to speak.
Yeah.
So we had 7 different speakers, guys. We brought every piece in. So we always talk about call social workers and get with case managers. But this year we brought the social worker. We brought the case manager. We brought the accountant. We brought the insurance lady.
Sure did.
So every piece that you needed for the first time ever, we actually brought all of that. So I think that was Cedric. So yes. Now this year may be different. So for us, usually sometime between June and July is our conference. But God is putting us in so many different directions that either this year we may have to skip it, or we may do something online for us. But we're being pulled in so many different directions to speak. We're going to probably make it that this year, or it'll be something online. Okay. But the next opportunity for anybody locally, especially in Central Florida, is to catch us on the 28th. And again, lucky for y'all, the event is free, right? So they do this event completely free. And it's a subject to real estate group.
Correct.
If you don't know what subject to is, and you in this game, you should probably familiarize yourself with it. I'll admit, even y'all big brother Derek, I'm not super hip on it. I know what it is, but guess what? God is going to throw us into this relationship with all of these people that do it, and they want to do what I do. So guess what? Somebody going to end up teaching me. right? So if you don't know what subject to real estate means, you need to do a little bit of research on that. It just simply means that you're going to take over somebody's mortgage subject to what they already owe the bank. You're just taking over their payments, essentially. It's a whole process to do it. But the game that we're in, you guys need to learn that skill. So, Hervins, if you're still here, you need to pick up and learn that skill of subject to deals, not only as for yourself, but as a realtor that's helping investors because they're looking for subject to deals. Okay. So super excited about that. And thank you for saying about the condolences. Thank you. Yeah, me and my brother, man, we started this whole thing. Yep. And he took off a little earlier than we expected, right? And but Shay, don't get it twisted now, was always in it. But Shay was the background girl. But when Otis left us and went to heaven, all right, Shay, come on. Right. So Shay was always by my side doing this, y'all. But now she's in the forefront. And she's a monster in that nonprofit space. So big shout out to you, Miss Shay. I'll probably take one or two more questions, Shay, and we'll wrap it up, right? Because I told you we're gonna be super long tonight. So for those I still went longer than usual, but
so for those that are interested in the ILF challenge, you can get your tickets at ilfchallenge.com. You will not find it on the Forston Consultants website. It is on the ilfchallenge.com, and maybe we can add it that and just add an external link for that, Derek. But yeah, ilfchallenge.com is where you'll get all of your sign up information. All of the links will come out, on that day for you to join the live course with the VIPs receiving their online access ahead of schedule so that they can get in for that time being spent with Derek for Q&A. And then, so just join the ILF conference, ilfchallenge.com. I'm getting sleepy, so now I'm talking crazy. Give me a second. So I have a question. How do I check on my website to see if it was done or not? So for your website, you're going to text Digital Flow Solutions. Where's my phone? So anybody that is
00861 or what was she?
No, it's I got a brain fart. Give me a second. You're going to text Digital Flow Solutions for anything pertaining to websites. The team may have been trying to get in contact with you, Andrea. So you may need to make sure that you're receiving emails and text messages from that team. Give me a second because I'm just going to look it up.
And I'll just answer this question from the Hines family from Hines Ministries. Thank you. Can you give some wisdom and insight on zoning? There is no zoning with what we do. So again, with the group home or an IDD or an ALF, zoning goes into that. Luckily for us, I coach a lot of people in 38 states and none of us worry about zoning because you got to remember, guys, and if you're new to us, watch this. These are not group homes. And let me even dumb it down a little bit to make it make more sense. Guys, we essentially go and rent or lease or buy a house. We house people that are independent and we rent rooms to them. We rent beds to them. No medication management, no transportation, and I'm not feeding people. Those are the three things that will get you in trouble in this and why you need to be licensed. So if you forget everything that I said today, watch me give you some free coaching. The three things that will cause you to need a license is feeding people, medication management, and driving people around. And guess what? We don't do none of that. Why you think we call it an ILF, Independent Living Facility, which is an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. That's the whole meaning to what we do. So why would I need zoning when I just got a regular house and I'm renting rooms to people or beds to people? It's not an ALF. I'm not offering no other services. My team, when you guys get this, clip that section that I just said, turn it into a reel in Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. With what we do, and I'll repeat that, team, the ILF model doesn't require a license or zoning because I'm taking a regular residential house and I'm renting beds or rooms to guys that otherwise would be homeless on the street because they can't afford an apartment. They can't go out and buy a house. I'm giving no medication management. I'm not trying to pretend to be a nurse. I'm not driving people around without the right insurance. And I'm not feeding people. That's what's going to get you in trouble. But if you rent rooms to Carlos, Gregory, Jose, and Raphael, no problem. And guys, that's the cheat code to this whole business. And if you new to me, you don't know this. But God showed me my dream through a lady that was doing this the wrong way, housing people in rats and roaches. Like, that's literally where this all came from, y'all. I'm no genius. I was a social worker, ma'am. Heinz Ministries. I'm going to pretend this is just me and you talking now. I was a social worker. God showed me a lady making 41 grand a month, housing people in rats, roaches, and in squalor. I said, ooh, why not me? Somebody type in the chat, why not me? Like, why not we get into this? 5 of y'all type in the chat, why not me? 41 grand a month, housing people in rats and roaches. And this is a picture of your brother at his job, dreaming to leave it, dreaming to be financially free, dreaming to have the weekends off, dreaming to be able to take vacation and not worry about how I'm going to pay for it. And God showed me this. Derek, here go a girl make 41 grand a month, bro. She housed people in burnt up kitchens, Derek. What you going to do about that? Derek, she got a girl sleeping on the kitchen, in front of the kitchen stove with roaches running in and out of that bottom drawer. Derek, that girl pays $750 to live there. Derek, here go people beds on cinder blocks, people beds on the floor, Derek, and she make 41 grand a month doing it. Ma'am, this is what I saw at Heinz Ministries, so I'm not that special. I'm just crazy about God, God crazy about me. Because watch this, we believe in love God, love people, love real estate, and mesh it all together. Derek didn't say this, but the Bible says the poor and the needy will always be among us.
Yeah.
You read that scripture however you want to. But I view that as, well, if they're gonna always be some poor guy, why can't I do God's will by also getting into real estate to help these people? Because the Bible also says when you do unto the least of thee, it's like you're doing it unto me.
That's true.
Lord have mercy. Why wouldn't you want to do God a favor? If you want to be on the books for somebody that owe you a favor, why not let it be God? And he said, when you do unto the least of thee. It also says the poor, the needy, and the widow we're to take care of. Who you think Shay housing? Old women that are widows, some of them, older women, mature women, not say old, but also the lady that's got a job but can't afford that high rent in her city. And she's trying to get her credit fixed. Why you think Shay got programs to fix her women's credit? These are the things that you can add now once you mastered the art of housing people. I've told y'all that. And we tell folks we don't care what the kind of house it is. It just can't have the rats and roaches in it. We also believe in love doing this out of mobile homes. That's my dream now. I'm looking at mobile home parks every day.
Yep.
I got mobile homes saved in my phone right now that are $3,000, $2,000, some of them are $800, but just need work done to it. I'm viewing one right now, y'all, for $3,500. It's a 3-bed, 1 bath. And it needs some work done to it. But once I own it, I own it. And I'll admit the lot rent is $990. That's high lot rent, which means the lot rent never goes away. But you mean to tell me for $990 a month, I can get a 3-bed, 1 bath and I own it? And with me, I'm going to put 3 private people in that same mobile home, y'all. So just to answer that question that I just saw in the chat, I didn't even see who put it, but I was hurried to go to this slide because we believe in also the manufactured homes. Now, see this ugly one here? But see how it's pink and kind of ugly and the grass is grown? No problem. Yeah. Just mow the dadgum grass. Let's pressure wash the building and make sure the inside always looks like what we talk about. I don't get caught up on the outside, y'all, but it can't be leaking. It can't have no cracks in it. Guys, Shay did an assessment about 2 years ago for a lady that had cancer. When you flushed their toilet, it came outside. Huh?
That was
number one. Number two, whatever you did in the house, when you flush it, there was a pipe that ran to the backyard and it just went outside.
So she told us, wash our feet. Don't stand right
And the lady got cancer getting chemo treatment. The devil is a liar.
Yep.
We housed that lady eventually. So again, I don't get caught up on the outside, but boy, I can't wait to get my first mobile home, y'all. I'll just admit. Some of y'all call it mobile home. Some of y'all call it manufactured. I don't care what you call it. Very affordable. and I teach this also to my students, and I don't even consider we're the students, but my family members. How do we build relationships with park managers that'll give me these sometimes for free? Because if you understand anything about mobile home parks, they care more about the lot rent.
Yep.
So if a mobile home is just sitting, they're not making any money. So some of them are in such bad condition that they'll give it to you for free. I used to hear this, but now I've been told this by park managers now. So where you think second chance housing is going next? Mobile homes, manufactured homes. And again, don't be afraid of one that looks like this. As long as it's sealed, it ain't leaking, and we can take somebody from homeless to hopeful. Because guess what's the smallest ILF to date that we have? It's a 1 bed, 1 bath. And a guy's housing 2 military veterans that will otherwise be sleeping behind a dadgum dumpster without his program in that 1 bed, 1 bath.
Yeah. And
they glad to be there. This is what we do, y'all. So you don't need a church and a microphone and a bunch of pews to have a ministry. Guys, I'm no different from my pastor who just texted me less than 15 minutes ago asking for Shay, did you see that?
Oh, okay.
You still ain't seen it?
I saw that, but I thought I didn't know.
Great
I
news.
wasn't gonna, yeah.
So again, this to me is ministry. And you know what's funny? Product Snob, my whole family, when I grew up, they said, ooh, that boy Derek, he gonna be a preacher. Miss D, they said Derek gonna be a preacher.
I got something from the assistant.
Nicole, you should have. Derek gonna be a preacher. No, he ain't. But Derek will have a ministry. Derek will not be afraid to talk to people about the love of God and who God is, but he gonna do it through real estate. How many of you all right now in the chat wouldn't mind getting involved in ministry, but it's through real estate? That's the vehicle. Because watch this. Some of y'all will see this mobile home right here, and that'll scare y'all.
Yeah.
But for me, it don't scare me because guess why? Shay and I got a rehab crew, and the mobile home park said, Derek, if you can fix this one, you can have it. And Derek will give you 3 months free lot rent so that you can fix it. Shay was shocked when the guy gave us the quote for the whole thing inside and out. The total was only $4,000 to bring this place to brand new.
When I just paid
like $80,000. Shay paid 80 grand for a house like this. Now, I'm going to show you the pretty version of it because now it's done. But when Shay bought this house, the roof was caving in. The wood was flying in the air.
Yeah.
Garage door kicked in. It was an ugly doodle green. I could go on. The pool in the back was a moat. That Shay taught me that word, M-O-A-T.
It was my moat.
If you don't know what a moat is, it's like a mini slimy lake. It is all on our social media. And watch this. This is how we begin to buy property because we keep renting places that's like this. How can Shay go and buy this place if we never go and rent some of these places and put people in it to take them from homeless to hopeful? I used to watch courses and people on YouTube say, you can get a mobile home for free. How? I found out now because I went and spoke to somebody. Some of y'all won't even get in the car and go drive to some places.
Yeah.
Sometimes Shay will tell you, sometimes she get a little aggravated with Derek. You want to go just ride? Yeah, babe, I'm gonna go ride by. I want to go knock on the walls and smell the sheetrock in it. I want to walk around it. Some of y'all call it a Jericho march. I want to walk around and pray because if it's supposed to be mine, let it happen.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy. So now today, it don't aggravate Shay the way it used to because now she understands it.
Oh, absolutely.
Why you think we was in Bradenton looking at abandoned buildings and duplexes and commercial buildings? Because there's opportunity there now.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord, somebody gonna miss this, Shay.
Man, you better come on. It's time to go.
I'm supposed to be gone, but you know how I get.
It's time to go because you see me.
I'm gonna take one more question and then I'm gone, Shay. We gonna bless the people, okay? I'm gone. Give me one more question. We're gonna talk about the challenge again, and then I'm out of here. Because I'm trying to say this old voice.
You better.
3-day challenge coming up, and I got a lot of coaching clients this week and next week. So I'm excited about that. A lot of y'all new, completely new, and that's my favorite. Okay, so let me see. Shay, I'll let you choose it, and then we'll close them out on this last question.
Trying to fix this. I'm trying to fix this stuff.
Let me see.
I'm trying to prep for the surprise, sir.
Let's go. I'm not scared either. Exactly, Product Snob. Like when I saw like $4,000 for a total fix inside. Let's go. I told you I'm viewing one right now for $3,500. It's a 3-1. It's a mobile home and an all-aged park. It's some free coaching. Don't go to that 55 and up talking about you want to buy a mobile home. It ain't gonna work there.
It sure won't.
You looking for an all-aged park, free coaching. I paid thousands of dollars to learn this stuff. I tell y'all. I told y'all just last week I took 2 courses. One was $100 and one was $10,000, and they both gonna change our life.
And those that are attached.
I told Shay, I said, Shay, you think God blessing us now? Wait till I take these two classes. Because some of y'all are also afraid to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
I spent $100 on one that was 3 days. I spent $10,000 on one that was 1 day, 3 hours. $10,000 that guy wanted. But the information gonna change our life, and it was worth every penny. Yeah. And that's the way some of y'all got to see the investment in yourself. Get out your mind that you giving the money to the guy or the coach. Right. You're investing in yourself and in your future.
But let me tell you what happens. Don't just take this information and sit on it, or take so long to implement, right? Information without implementation is a dead cause. You just now have information that's useless to you. So if you're going to obtain information, put it to action, put it to work. What's the worst that can happen? It fails? Or does it not fail? Does it just need some tweaking to help you get to where you're going, right? So implement on the information given to you. Applied instruction. Instruction needs to be applied in order to reap or see a result, whether it's a positive result or a negative, right? So you have to applied instruction. Apply the instruction that is given to you and watch how everything turns around. So you've just got to make that conscious decision to apply the information. Because if not, it's like faith without works, right? You can read that good book all you want. But if when you're being tested, you don't apply the instruction or you don't apply that faith, nothing happens. Nothing happens. And again, another thing I want to have people understand is take baby steps, right? You eat an elephant, what, Derek?
One bite at a time. That's the only way to eat an elephant, Shay. Or for some of y'all that can't envision that, the only way to eat a watermelon is one bite at a time. You can't swallow the whole watermelon.
Exactly. So again, just take that information. And some people may take a little bit more time than others. But don't compare. Comparison kills. Comparison will kill a dream. Comparison will kill a vision. Comparison will cause you to self-doubt and have you kind of thinking, well, maybe this isn't for me. No, don't compare. You can't compare your situation and circumstance to the outcome of someone else, right? Katara and we talk about Katara so much. Oh my gosh. Katara, we definitely have to get you on a live, like for real. Because people have to hear it from you. They need to know your story. They need to know how you persevered through, trials, tribulations, situations, finances, whatever it was that caused you to kind of traverse in the way in which you did. But yet you still celebrated others. And it took years, not months, not weeks, not days.
Say that again too, Shay. It took years. And Katara, if you still here, Shay lying, call her a liar. Because she's right.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I say years. Yeah. And I mean that.
And most people that I see, because I'm a coach. I coach a lot of people. They quit. Yeah. Because if it don't happen in 3 weeks, they quit. That's not how that works, right? We talk about that all the time. This is not a get rich, but boy, can you get rich at it? Mm-hmm. Yes. But just like you've been on your job for 5 years, 10 years, 13 years, 22 years, give this thing time. Okay? Katara gave it time. Also, big shout out to you, sis, because I saw you on vacation on your birthday. So if 5 of y'all could do me a favor, tell Katara happy birthday. She's so modest, she won't say it, but she just celebrated a big birthday. And looks like they was on a cruise, I think. Oh. So I don't want to tell her business, but 5 of y'all put in the chat, happy birthday, sis. I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday. And if Tia didn't know, shame on you, Tia. Oh, if Tia still here and she didn't know, I'm going to pick on Tia.
Anyway, guys, it is time to wrap. We've got a lot
Let's
to do.
Get out of here. Yeah. Did we do that last question?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Okay. Let me just go through real fast.
You did. Let's go.
I did. Out of here. So, family, I love y'all like a fat kid loves cake. LaShonda, I didn't forget about you. I'm gonna change that to probably Saturday, because me and you, LaShonda, remember we got to recap Friday in terms of what we're doing there. Let's make that story a whole. I'm gonna let you take care of Friday, sis, and then Saturday morning is probably when I need to release what you and I did, because I want the coaching people to know how that works. LaShonda, also because you were handpicked to be in that 3-day challenge, right? You're going to be a big inspiration to people that are there, that have seen what you've experienced from my coaching. Yeah. And today was a great example of that. So let's finish Friday, LaShonda, and let's do that Saturday morning. If you still hear sis, type yes, sir, or yes, big bro.
Yeah, yes, big bro. Already.
Perfect. Perfect. So Shay, we out of here. Tomorrow, guys, I'm not going to even promise that we'll be here, right? Every Tuesday, we're here at 7 p.m., Monday, 7 p.m., Saturday, 10 a.m., but I got to feel that Shay going to work me like a Hebrew slave tomorrow. So I'll promise you this, even if we don't come live, we will put a replay up, right? That's going to still give y'all information, because a lot of y'all asking about digital flow solutions a lot lately. So we're going to play a room tomorrow, probably that talks only about what is digital flow solutions and why do you need it. And I want them to probably pick a room, Shay, that shows them that bot. Okay. When we did the bot, I want people to experience what does it look like to pay 13 cents a minute for an AI bot that can answer your phone, do the entire assessment, and then when it's done, it gets forwarded to your cell phone.
Y'all, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just yawning away.
So other than that, ladies and gentlemen, y'all be good. Make sure you sign up for the ILF challenge. If you're DIY, I would get it anyway. Right? One more time. If you're DIY, under my DIY coaching plan, you should still get this 3-day challenge. Okay? Other than that, man, you guys be great, because the next time y'all will see us here, it's probably Saturday, which is going to probably be a huge room. But other than that, man, you guys be good. I wish Godspeed on y'all life, y'all business, and the wealth and health of your family. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly
abundantly
above all
we could ever ask
or think
or imagine,
according to God's power
that worketh in us.
Amen. 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 You guys be great, and we'll see you guys Saturday morning. But don't forget, ILF Challenge May 20, 21st, and 22, and it starts at 7 p.m. every night that we have it. But if you're VIP, like most of y'all are, we're going to meet 30 minutes to an hour before each session just to continue answering you guys' questions. Y'all be great, and we'll see you then. If you've ever imagined of starting your own housing program, there is no reason that after we're done here tonight that you shouldn't go to forstonconsultants.com/webinars and watch the webinar, guys, because a lot of you have wanted to start a group home or traditional assisted living facility, but that stuff takes license. It takes a lot of time to open. There's a lot of red tape to jump through. You have to ask for permission. We teach you guys how to open an ILF, an independent living facility, where you can house the homeless, displaced adults, or anybody that has a guaranteed income, and it doesn't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. Make sure you watch that free webinar at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, and then set up a free strategy call so that me and my team can get you started. Let's get back to the show. Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one-on-one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Mastery Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. Let's get back to the show.